this is Miss Lane with your weekly Webfind from the Math Science Innovation Center. I have a special guest joining me today, Miss G. Go ahead and say hi to everybody for us.
Hi, my name is Miss Giddings, and I am the Metro Richmond STEM Fair Director at the Math Science Innovation Center. I work with Miss Lane, and I'm also a STEM educator. It's great to be with you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us. So I know this year we were unable to have our Metro Richmond STEM Fair in person, so we ended up going virtual using Zoom, and it was great to be a part of that last minute flip of schedule, and we had some great support, and the participants also did a wonderful job. And I hear that there are some additional opportunities with other virtual STEM fairs that may be a little bit more open to the public this year than in the past. Can you share a little bit with that?
Yes. And so we were very fortunate in that the fairs that we kind of poured into were also virtual this year. ISEF is International Science and Engineering Fair, and that is just an awesome show of STEM every year. And so even though the kids aren't competing, all of the wonderful sessions and panels and activities and universities are still available. And the really, really awesome thing is, Beth, is that it's open to everybody. But now it's virtual. And so what I've been talking about and sharing with folks for years, they can now see. Do you mind if I share some things with you?
I was about to say, please show us how we can access this, because I don't have to pay for a plane ticket or pack for this trip. So how can I access this?
What I have here is I've just Googled Virtual Regeneron ISEF 2020. You see where I have my little hand here to register.
Now, you said it's completely free, so we're not going to be charged to register?
Free. Nothing, you're not going to be charged for anything, and they have so much to offer. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in my email address to log in. All right, so once you click on login, once you're registered, then you'll see this screen. From the Metro Richmond STEM Fair, there are 5 finalists for this year, and so you'll be able to go in there and learn more about our 5 finalists, as well as the finalists from all around the world, literally all around the world. Here you have the main stage, and the main stage is where all of the action, of course, takes place. And so you're going to be able to see what is going on at any given time during the day. It has information about this year's class of 2020, volunteer information, everything that you would possibly need is here. So let's look at our daily activities. If you go down to this bottom box right here, you can see that you can go to the left or to the right, and it gives you information. And I'm going to click on the schedule. So if you click on the schedule, you can see all of the things that have taken place, and then all of the things that are taking place. And so these are the sponsors for our fair. Gives you that information. It gives you some information about the things that you can do within our virtual fair. And then it gives you a daily schedule. We have our opening ceremony. The opening ceremony is usually awesome. And we have...
Are we able to go backwards to see some of the things that have happened?
Absolutely. So everything that has happened, you'll be able to go in and click on, and you'll be able to see it. So on Monday, I was able to look at the Excellence in Science and Technology panel, which was awesome. So a lot of these folks are Nobel Prize winners. And so you get to actually listen to, and if you're actually in the session when they're, or, part of the panel session, then you can ask questions as well. And so you'll see that. And then there are some questions that students have already shared and they will ask. We had the Women in STEM panel. And yesterday was all about COVID-19. That was pretty awesome. Today we have different content, and tomorrow and Friday we'll have different content. You can go in and see all of this content. So like, for instance, I can go to the main stage. When I click on the main stage, I am then able to see everything that has taken place. So like,
that's a great feature in case you miss it and you're not quite on that same schedule.
Right, because I was really worried about our students, because a lot of them are still working and doing things. And so we might miss something, but we can always go back and see it. So for instance, I began looking at yesterday the role of CRISPR and COVID-19, which is very interesting to me. And I'm able to then go back in and launch this. And additionally, I can go over and share this information.
I was about to ask because I was seeing that and I said, so are you able to share the content to your social media pages without someone having to register?
Yes. So I did this initially because I thought, wow, I want my kids to be able to see this. This is like awesome content. And I actually emailed myself the links.
So this would be very beneficial for a teacher to, if they wanted to pick out a few specific things from the actual fair to share with students. I like that. That's great.
Or if you're not, and you don't have to be like, we are just STEM people. We're STEM nerds. Okay. We are, right? Nerds rock. But everybody's not. But there's so much here. It's just advice, sage advice for just moving forward. It's just awesome. I know all of Monday's content really spoke to STEM, but it speaks to a lot of persevering and moving forward in different things and following your goals. Sometimes we kind of think that these great people are perfect, and they're not. And they're very candid about that, and they share that. And a lot of the things that many math and science, technology, engineering people have to deal with in terms of our personalities are showcased within these people, and they talk to us about how they kind of overcome certain things and move forward. You're able to go into this and play with this until June 5th.
So could you pull up one of the exhibits?
Okay. So if we go to the exhibit hall, we're going to go to the commons. And so the commons consist of all of these really awesome colleges that you don't usually get to see.
And that seems like a great outlet for the students right now, since, you can't really do campus tours at this moment in time. You could still learn a little bit about the universities from their exhibits. That's great. So what about a student project? I would love to see what their exhibit looks like.
Did you see I just want to say, did you see VCU? Did you see?
I saw my alma mater in there.
All right, so let's go back to the exhibit hall. Okay, and now we have our finalist exhibits. I'm going to go to biochemistry. And I can go here. I can look at the abstracts, and I can look for specific folks. Let's see.
Now, you said we had 5 finalists from the Metro Richmond STEM Fair in here, correct? So we're going to have 5 local students featured here, which is just amazing. And as part of the virtual STEM Fair team, I got to see them do their presentations to the judges, and it was just amazing the passion that these students have for their work.
I mean, absolutely amazing. So what we can do is, let's see, they have it done in different ways. So finalists indexed by country, by fair ID. Our fair ID is USVA 11. So I can go here, and it's by country, and then state. So US.
This is great. Such a broad reach.
Oh my. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Even as an adult, when I went to ISEF for the first time, it was like I was like a kid in a candy store. Look at here. Look,
I'm seeing a familiar name on there.
All right. Look at here. We got Parisa Asher. We have Abhay Darren Koda. We have Cameron Sharma. We have Gwyneth Liu. We have Ashish. These kids are finalists. They didn't get a chance to compete this year, but they are finalists, and you can go in and look to see where they are. So for instance, Abhay is in E&E, I believe that's environmental or something, ENEVO, and his number is 054. So you can go and look directly at our kids' projects, but don't just look at our kids, look at, whatever you're interested in. There are so many things. Our kids generally love to go see other kids' projects, and they come away from this with lifelong friends.
Thank you so much for sharing this. I know my afternoon is pretty much mapped out. I will be checking out the programming for the rest of the day. thank you so much for sharing how to access this. Again, we'll make sure to share that link in either the comment section or in our post so that you guys can have a direct click into the link. And then don't forget, you just need to register. And you said that was free and you just
Yes.
get a login really quickly?
Yes, everything is going to be available to you until June 5th. And then after that point, the society will decide how to make it available so that people can access it even after that point.
All right. Well, that is just absolutely amazing. Thank you, Ms. G, for sharing all of that with us. And I hope you guys enjoy your experience exploring around at ISEF this year. I know I've always been jealous when you guys have gone. So now I get a little bitty taste of it. So
Okay. Now when
thank
we
you
go,
again.
no problem. Thanks, Miss Lane. I hope
All
that
right.
next time we go, you can come with us.
I hope so too. I'm crossing my fingers for that one. All
All
right.
right.
Well, thank you for joining us. This has been Miss Lane with our weekly web find from the Math Science Innovation Center. Have a good day.
Bye.